Okay, let me fire up Visual Code. So once you have it installed, again, it'll look something like this. You can click on it and this window will open up. So just a very brief idea about it. I'm not going to go in detail. You can explore it later. So if you look at this, this is more like an explorer basically where you can create your folders and stuff. This is if you want to search in the entire package. If you have like a bunch of files, then you would want to search on it. And this is source control. This is very important for developers, especially even for DevOps people. You guys might have heard about Git and all. So you can directly connect your Git repository using this directly here. You don't have to worry about going to Git, pushing, pulling, and all those stuff. That's why I said this is a very, very useful code, and a lot of developers use it. Run is just to run your thing. This is one thing that I wanted to talk about. It's a very, very useful feature that takes away almost 60 to 70% of your headache. So all you need is just an internet connectivity. And just like in Google Chrome, you have extensions, you have extension here. So type, for example, Python. There will be something as lint debugging and multi, whatever that is. This is really a great tool. And we'll see when we go ahead with a few days what it will do. But it really helps you a lot. So similarly, if you were doing, let's say if there's something for Django, might be, you never know, somebody might have written, yeah, it's already there, I've already installed it, Django templates and stuff. So you can keep in, so let's say if this was not installed, it will show something like this as install, and then you can install it. You can also read about it, what it does, and if you want to see if it's really helpful for you or not. So that's why I was saying initially that VSC, Visual Studio Code, really helps a lot. So I would be using this, up to you guys, whatever you want to use. And this is if you want to test your program. And so for me, it shows MongoDB. You guys, it won't show because I was working on some database project and I had this installed here. So Harsha is asking that, so Harsha, it's better you ask by unmuting yourself because I might not be looking at the chat all the time. But it's a good question that you're saying that PyCharm is also good, and he's asking my opinion. So if you ask my personal opinion, I prefer this guy, but I know PyCharm, and I think I have PyCharm too. Yeah, I do have PyCharm. It's from JetBrains. So what I was doing with PyCharm was, I think I was talking to somebody earlier. Also, there's a tool called Robot. It uses Python and Selenium in the underlying thing. I was using it for my official stuff. So you can use it to automate a lot of stuff. So maybe not today, we're running short of time, but some other day I'll show you a program which I wrote, which will in Robot, which will automatically open Amazon for me. Amazon, everybody knows, right? We love to shop on Amazon, at least I do. So it will automatically open the Amazon in a browser that I tell it to be. It could be IE, could be Chrome, or could be anything. And then it will automatically search for a product that I want to search on. I don't even have to do anything, just double click on a program and sit back and see the magic. And then it will find out whichever is the cheapest option for me, and then it will add it to cart and then just leave it there. I didn't want it to go ahead and even go ahead for buying it because you never know, it's a machine ultimately, right? So all these things you can do very easily, but for that I use PyCharm because Robo's framework tells you to, again, not tells you, recommends you to use that. So again, it's a personal choice, Harsha. I personally prefer Visual Studio Code, even though I've used PyCharm. But if you are using PyCharm, feel free to use it. It's not really much of a difference. And the other Harsha just said it's good when you're developing products. Exactly. So when you're in a real world developing a product or a server, for example, application server or something on that, then PyCharm and Jupyter is good. If you ask me personally, I would go with Jupyter than PyCharm because Jupyter has a lot more in-depth stuff that you can use. But again, that is a little out of scope. That is more useful when you go for data science and stuff. Excuse me. So, sorry, did I answer your question? I guess he's on mute. Okay, let me go back where I was. So like I was telling you, you guys won't see this leaf-like thing. Ashwin, you had a question?
Yeah, everyone. You said robo
Right.
here. Means robo is the what he any software?
Yes, it's a tool, basically. You can install it. It's also free, open source. And then you can, let me see, this is my personal laptop. I might have it. No, I
Okay, it's
don't think
written
so.
in Python before you said that the same
Correct,
one, Robo
correct,
tool.
correct,
Okay.
correct, correct. It's basically using 80% of Selenium and Python in the line. So you use, if you're aware of Selenium, it's another automation tool, then Robo is very easy. But again, it all
Okay.
uses Python everywhere. It's the same way. And I was just telling you about,
It, okay, it's tool like this is this is I like VS Code, right? IDE
no, VS
like
Code is
that
an
Robo.
IDE. No, 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 no. I
Okay.
think you're getting confused, Russian. VS Code and PyCharm are all IDEs. IDE is basically, Notepad, right? Everybody knows Notepad.
Okay. Okay.
So
Yeah,
like
it compile
Notepad,
code like that.
yes,
Yeah.
Notepad with compiler basically, or with interpreter, I should say. So that is the
Okay.
only thing what we want to call as IDE. But when you talk about tools like Robot, Selenium, they don't give you, they do give you an IDE of their own, not like something like this, but they also package a lot of other Python packages and stuff. And that making use of that, you just write simple programs. Like for example, I was telling you about Amazon, right? So what you will do is it'll say, it has its own syntax, but it'll say open space connection space the name of the URL. So I'll give Amazon there. So but somebody has actually written a code, right? Like if you just type Google open connection Amazon, it won't work. So somebody has written already a code for it, and that they have put under a package and given to us, so that we don't have to worry about that part. We have to worry about the next part, or rather, we should say we are extending it to the next part, that we are using that tool to automate some stuff. Similarly, you can automate a small application where you can ask your computer to tell you every day's weather and things like that. So Python, like I said, it's totally up to your imagination. You can do a lot. I'm I'm sure you guys would have heard about Siri, Google, and Alexa and all these things, right? Is there anybody who hasn't heard about it? Okay, take it as a no. So all these are built using Python. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. There's an inbuilt TTS engine, text to speech and speech to text, which makes use of Python in the internal layer, and they package it with their own Amazon, if it is Alexa, if it is Google, or if it is Siri, is Apple's. They package their own stuff on top of it. So like I was saying in the beginning, Python is left to your imagination, how you want to use it. It is giving you a set of guidelines. It is up to you how you want to use it. Like I was saying, right? We don't have, I have, at least I haven't heard any application where you can create a bridge or create a blueprint of a bridge, for example. So who knows, our civil engineer guy, friend could do that. It's very much possible. So that's the whole idea of Python being the basic layer, and then on top of it, you have your APIs and you have your whatnot, and you do extra coding on it. Was it clear, Ashwin?
Uh, yeah, yeah, okay.
Perfect.
I,
And
I I will search
friend,
on more on Google for Robocop tool.
yeah, it's a very good tool actually. If you want to explore it, it's a very good tool for
Yeah.
automation people, and it's
Okay.
very much
Okay.
in demand also these days. Even I'm learning as I'm talking. I've done like almost more than half of it. But that is for my official project, not really for my own stuff. Harsha, a friend, also thinks that Ansible CM tool is built on Python. So I didn't knew that. See, Ansible is a tool which is used in DevOps. All DevOps people would know it, and that is also built on Python. So there are so many tools in the modern world today that they are built on Python. You name it, and most of them would have something to do with Python. All right. I know we are a little over time, but I will close soon. So I just want to go with this quickly. So like I was telling you about this leaf-like structure, you would not see because I have MongoDB, or if you have any other database going forward, once you integrate, you'll have stuff like this. And this is just the settings and stuff. So if you have to, let's say, start something, go ahead and open a new workspace. Where did it go? And then you can give it any name, Python, what is it? November 2020. Sorry, I was not opening workspace. I want to do this. November 21. What's happening? Maybe it's new window. No. No, not new window. Okay, I'll fix this later. There's something wrong. But anyways, for you, when you fire it up first time, new workspace option will come and you can just create a new workspace, whatever name you want. And then you can create a new file like this, like I just did. And then what you have to do is you have to save it as, can anybody guess? What is the extension for a py folder, Python folder or Python program? It's actually py. So you see, the moment I changed it from text, this Python symbol started coming automatically, and you see these two things started coming automatically. So this is a very important thing. Whenever you're done with uh, the file, you just click on this and it will start running. Let me quickly show you something in action. So you see, this is what I was telling you. This is the beauty of visual code. If I was writing it right, it would not show as blue. See, it is giving me this, I don't know what do you want to call this underline thing, that this is something wrong and you might want to change it. So you just press on tab and it auto corrects it. That is the beauty of VSC. So if you are going anywhere wrong, and see it also, I'm not doing anything. This is automatically coming. This is like a help. It tells you what the print function does. Of course, you don't understand this right now, but you will understand it by the end of this course, what it means. But at least it is there for your help. So that's it. And you just save it. And like I said, you just run it. And you see the output right here. This window automatically comes up. You can play around with this for this window if you want to compare two programs and whatnot. So this is just a brief overview that I wanted to give you guys about the code, because we'll start actual stuff from tomorrow, specifically coding and whatnot. One second, guys. Yeah, this is just open. Just bear with me for a second. So this is what I was trying to tell you. Oh, I'm not sharing the screen. One second. So if you go to your command prompt, remember this was hello.py. This file was saved here. I saved it. Now I just go ahead and what happened? Why is it not copy pasting? Yep, and you just run it like this. There you go. You see